दिखा रहा है। हेलो, आई थिंक आवाज आ रही होगी। आवाज आ रही है? सो वेलकम अबाउट इन दी event freedom from failure. Very interesting words, freedom and failure. These two words have always been disturbing life all along, right from day one. The child inside the womb says, I want freedom. Mother says, I want freedom. But I don't want failure. Failure no one wants, freedom everybody wants. But when you grow, you realize that freedom is not good. How is that? You are always dependent on mother. Do you have any choice? No. You have to be. That is why she is called first mother. And first guru rather, mother to hai. How about father? Parents put together. Which is more important? So to understand this and to reduce the failure rate, freedom from failure, we are talking about. अंग्रेजी चलेगी ना, वैसे मिक्स होगी हिंदी इंग्लिश। तो पेरेंट्स की जब बात करते हैं तो हमें पहले अपना स्ट्रक्चर समझना होगा, इंसान का स्ट्रक्चर। वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग ऑफ ऑल अदर बॉडीज स्पीसीज, वी आर प्रिसाइजली टॉकिंग अबाउट ह्यूमन रेस, एब्सोल्युटली इन एब्सोल्यूट टर्म्स, ऑल्सो अक्रॉस ग्लोब. We are not limiting ourselves to any geographical area. Your human race is human race wherever you go. Doesn't matter. Even across the galaxy, I would say. So, the structure, if you try to understand of the human race, irrespective of gender I am talking about. So, there are two main components responsible for running your life. Two main components. What are those? Can you name? माताजी एंड पिताजी. अरे भैया वो तो सबके पास है, तुम्हारा अपना क्या है? What belongs to you? Absolutely to you, which is driving your life. So the two components are mind and brain. The problem is that mind, we are not aware of what is mind. Or maybe we know what is mind, but we do not know where it stays. Whether it is a part of our body or it is a part of God knows where it is. And then brain. Brain definitely we know that it's here. Mind we do not know. As per science we are talking about. Not as technology angle. Once we start talking about all this from technology angle, then we will know the positions of mind, brain, etc., etc. Till date, what we understood is that brain is memory. And our all activity is related to memory, so our memory retention should improve. All efforts, everything is going on in this direction of improving the memory. And memory, it doesn't work with you. What do we do? So the problem is that brain is not memory. This we have to understand, and this we can understand only when we know technology. Technologically only you can understand the placement of the components, the working of the components, functionality of the components, and how to make it work. Everything is technology. not science. Science is that, okay, once you know that there is a brain, then you try to study what all it can do. And science has led you to understand that brain we are talking is memory. So what is the use of science? Technologically, memory is different and brain is different. Brain is decision making component. Memory is what? Memory is a place, if you refer to computer or mobile, your mobile, it's almost a computer. So computer has or mobile has card. One is called SIM card and one is called memory card. And the processor in the mobile. So brain is precisely the processor of the human race. And mind. What is mind? Mind is the component which is responsible for thinking. It is not making any decision. It is only thinking, giving you thought. Thought can come from anywhere. And mind it, mind it, because thought is always related to mind. तो सोच कैसे आती है? How do you get thought? Thought is nothing but a reaction. And people have put it in confusion a lot. कर्म फल है, कर्म है, फलाना है, ढिकाना है, इतनी सारी चीजें जोड़ दिया उसके साथ कि अब पता ही नहीं है कि माइंड क्या करता है, माइंड है भी कि नहीं है, और थॉट इंपॉर्टेंट थॉट है या इंपॉर्टेंट माइंड है, पता ही नहीं है कुछ भी. तो वी आर टॉकिंग ऑफ फ्रीडम फ्रॉम फेलियर, एंड द फ्रीडम इज फ्रॉम थॉट्स. Meditation, if you know, everybody talks of try to reject thoughts, try to throw away thoughts. And another, the statement comes is that an idea can change your life. Idea is nothing but thought. So, contradiction. And contradiction will definitely lead you to failure. Failure is apprehensions. Failures are generated or result of apprehensions in mind about the decision which we have taken. And actually, this problem came because we were having lot of ideas. So the concept of meditation picked up to reject ideas or to throw away the ideas and be silent. मौन कहते हैं ना, मौन रहना ज्यादा बेटर है. जितना चुप रहोगे उतना सुखी रहोगे. पर ऐसा है क्या? हिंदू कहते हैं ना, जब वो मौन व्रत, हिंदुओं में कॉन्सेप्ट ज्यादा है इसका मेरे ख्याल से, बाकी और जगह पर है कि नहीं है मुझे पता नहीं है, बट हिंदुओं में मौन का कॉन्सेप्ट बहुत ज्यादा है. तो मौन के कॉन्सेप्ट से हुआ क्या? परिवार टूट गए. क्यों? क्योंकि सामने वाला गलती कर रहा है और मैं उसको बता नहीं पाता. अगर बताता हूं तो लड़ाई होती है, तो इसलिए बताओ मत. तो सामने वाले की गलतियां उसको पता ही नहीं लगेगी कि सामने वाला क्या गलती कर रहा है, तो उसको ठीक कैसे करेगा? तो मौन ने नुकसान पहुंचाया. अगर आप परिवार में रहते हैं तो, अगर आप समाज में रहते हैं तो, अगर आप सिटी में, शहर में रहते हैं, आपका अड़ोस पड़ोस है, तो प्रॉब्लम क्या हुई कि हम लोगों ने टीम नाम की चीज को वी फॉरगॉट व्हाट इज कॉल्ड टीम. Importance of team, and without team nothing is possible. वो कहते हैं कि अकेला चना भाड़ नहीं फोड़ सकता, तो मैंने कहा आंख तो फोड़ सकता है. समस्या हो गई. अगर आंख फूट गई तो भाड़ तो रहा ही नहीं. तो अकेला चना बहुत खतरनाक होता है. और जब हम समाज की बात करते हैं, राष्ट्र की बात करते हैं, या नेबरहुड की बात करते हैं तो नेचुरली टीम बनना बहुत जरूरी है। अब टीम मैनेज करने के लिए तो बहुत सारे इंस्टीट्यूशंस अवेलेबल है आपके पास कि टीम बना लो, और सक्सेस ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन द इंडिविजुअल मेंबर ऑफ द टीम कि आपने टीम कैसी बनाई। और टीम बनाने के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा डिपार्टमेंट खड़ा कर दिया, HR, ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज। इज ह्यूमन ए रिसोर्स? Human being is a user of resources, not as resource as such. And if you consider human as a resource, then obviously you are bound to fail. Society cannot become. Team is not possible. Practically, team is not possible. Making a team is not possible. And from scientific angle, if you look at it, the team is practically not possible. And if team is not possible, no project can succeed. Absolute terms. No project can succeed, and you will always be talking of watch your back. How can you watch your back? Something which is not natural. Nature has not made any system to watch your back. Because backstabbing was not permitted. And in the current situation, if you look at it, the only statement you will hear in friends is watch your back. Or I will watch your back, you watch my back. If you start keeping a watch of the back, then what will happen in the front? वो एक ना मुहावरा आता है 36 का आंकड़ा, 36, 3 and 6। हिंदी के लेटर्स में लिखो तो, इंग्लिश में लिखोगे तो शायद क्या आएगा पता नहीं मेरे को, बट 36 का एक 36 का आंकड़ा का मतलब होता है यू आर बैक टू बैक, स्टैंडिंग बैक टू बैक। तो टीम तो बनेगी नहीं, देयर विल नेवर बी एनी इंटरेक्शन possible. And if you do not have interaction, then how will the team work? You don't know. That person is working something of his own choice and whims and fancies. You are working on something with your whims and fancies, and you are working as a team. So what is going to be the result? So bound to fail. Or fail means what? We have to first understand failure. So fail means what? Fail means delayed result. वो कहते हैं ना कि अगर justice delayed is justice denied. So failure is delay. Delay is also called failure of the project. And failure is related to brain. Here, the most important thing what we have to understand is that failure is related to brain and freedom is related to mind. Brain is always free. That is why it does all whatever it feels like. So, brain is always free. Freedom is needed for mind, not brain. And failure, brain fails, mind can never fail. So the freedom from failure, में the from word is very important. What is from? From is a bridge between mind and brain. So you have to strengthen that bridge. If your bridge of mind and brain is functional, good, well, then you will realize that your efficiency has improved. Now the another two words come in here is efficiency and eligibility. Here eligibility belongs to brain. That you have to make your brain eligible enough to understand things. And efficiency belongs to mind. That where to react and where not to react. which thought to accept and which thought to reject. Or if you have 10 thoughts, how to give them priority. That everything will depend on the synchronization between your mind and brain, or strength of the bridge called from. So, importance of mind is highly desirable, Why? Because unless your mind is fully functional, you cannot even think of how to execute. All how belongs to mind. Because it sees all senses. Mind is what? Mind is a governor of your all senses. 5 senses has been given. If you look at it from the scientific angle, then you will know only 5 senses. But if you look at it from technology angle, then you will realize that you have 10 senses. Surprising. Brain is decision-making component. Unless you have thought, how will you take decision? Where will you take decision? On what you will take decision? What to do with that thought? So all reactions are governed with your senses, and the thoughts are generated on those, depending on the signals given by the senses. Mind generates a thought by combining all the inputs of the senses. So if you have only 5, and there was a story that 3 of them were shut. किसी ने कहा बुरा मत देखो, बुरा मत सोचो, और बुरा मत सोचो नहीं, सोचो के बारे में तो कहा ही कुछ नहीं, बुरा मत देखो, बुरा मत सुनो और बुरा मत बोलो. कान बंद, आंख बंद, मुंह बंद. मौन का जो बात कर रहा था, मैंने मौन से बात शुरू की थी, तो मौन के बारे में बताया था मैंने. तो जब हमने मुंह बंद कर दिया तो सामने वाले की गलती हम बता ही नहीं पाए उसको, तो सामने वाला गलती करता चला गया, जो कि बहुत जरूरी है. और एक बात और यहां पर, अब मैं थोड़ा सा जेंडर के बारे में बात करूंगा, कि एक जेंडर के बारे में बात करने से पहले एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेटमेंट है. देयर इज ए वेल्थ, देयर इज ए वर्ड कॉल्ड वेल्थ, निधि जिसको कहते हैं. मतलब मेरे पास क्या है. तो वेल्थ के बारे में, वेल्थ को हर कोई प्रोटेक्ट करना चाहता है. क्यों? क्योंकि मुझे नुकसान ना हो जाए. नेचुरली अगर आप कुछ काम कर रहे हो तो आप नुकसान के लिए थोड़ी कर रहे हो, आप एटलीस्ट अपने नुकसान के लिए तो नहीं कर रहे. दूसरे का होता हो, नहीं होता, आई डोंट केयर, वो मुझे नहीं होना चाहिए. एंड दैट इज अ फैक्ट. You are not doing anything for your harm, your damage. तो हमने समझा wealth is very important to be protected, and we use entire our brain and mind. Everything goes into protecting the wealth. But what is wealth? So wealth is, again, like we didn't know about mind, the placement of mind, the functioning of mind, what it does. Similarly, wealth, there are 2 types of wealth. One wealth which is visible, memory like. You have memory, so memory is your wealth. Physical wealth I am talking about right now. So that wealth is property. I have shares, I have this land, I have this much building, I have this much FDs, I have this much bank balance, I have this much in my pocket. So that is called wealth, but that is called physical wealth. Since we didn't know about mind, so we didn't know anything about mental wealth. अर्लियर तो वी यूज्ड टू से बीमारी आई है तो शरीर को आई है, बट अब कहने लगे हैं कि बीमारी मन से शुरू होती है। जब मन है ही नहीं तो मन से शुरू कैसे होगी? बट अब लोगों को लगा कि नहीं, मन है कुछ, देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड माइंड, एंड माइंड वर्ल्ड इज एग्जिस्टिंग सिंस. So you must understand that like you have physical wealth, there is something called mental wealth and net worth of both. Net worth of physical wealth, net worth of mental wealth. Both are there, both exist. So we have to understand, we now started talking about mental wealth net worth. Physical wealth net worth, everybody knows about it. How to acquire it, how to release it, what to do with it, everything is known. Most of the things are known. So they are created, they are fabricated by man itself. But how about mental wealth? Who has given you, where this mental wealth has come from? What is mental wealth? So the mental wealth is nothing but the multiplication of efficiency and eligibility. Whatever eligibility level you have and whatever efficiency you have, multiply both and then you will see the results. And that is nothing but your net worth of mental wealth. And this mental wealth is responsible for generating all kind of physical wealth. Taking decision that now at this point of time I should invest in gold, or I should invest in shares, or I should invest in property, or I should have cash. Everything. So all these things are related to acquiring or losing or whatever physical, depends on your mental wealth. Even the diseases, all diseases coming to your body are with respect to your mental wealth net worth. If it starts falling, if you do not maintain it properly, you are bound to get disease. If you keep maintaining it and keep building it up, it goes vertical. Mind it, we used to talk about verticals in the industry, corporate. If you know the corporate a little bit, you will come to know a word called verticals. Verticals means a person is rising very fast. Started from assistant engineer going up to MD in maybe 10 years. I have examples where the engineer started at the age of 25 and at the age of 32 he was a CMD of some government organization. That is the kind of rise, verticals. But fall is also at that fast. In another 2 years, he lost everything. So he considered that my life is over. I have nowhere to go. So, maintaining, it was physical wealth, maintaining is not possible because it is dependent on the circumstances, surroundings. Physical wealth is dependent on surroundings. Market will devaluate your shares. What will you do? Market will devalue the gold price. What will you do? Property, same story. So, physical wealth is highly volatile. It brings all kind of problems for you in your life. I mean, imagine that a person wants to marry her daughter and he has sufficient amount of money. It's not that he doesn't have, and he wants to spend also everything. But the money lies in bank and bank goes on strike. Corona period has taught this. Bank gone in strike. What do you do now? You wanted to invite 1,000 guests and the limit is 50. Now what will you do? And you collected the money to ensure that you are able to serve good 2,000 guests, and now you can serve only 50. You can invite only 50. And that too, those 50 will come or not is a question. Now what will you do with the 950 people's money which you have collected? For 950 people you had collected that money for 1000 people and you are able to spend only for 50. तो 950 लोगों की जो पैसा बचा तुम्हारे पास उसका क्या करोगे? So you have begged the problem, you have invited the problem. This happened because your mental wealth net worth was poor. You didn't maintain it properly. So the importance of building up mental network, mental wealth network and maintaining it, very, very critical, very important. That is the only training actually what required. People have replaced mental wealth network with experience and the failing started. We started collecting things which are of no use at any point of time because they are dependent on others, not me. And I am not able to make a team. So what will you do? Today family itself, the couple is not a team. The situation has fallen down to this level. Experience. Everybody has his own experience. So how will you make a team? If your mental wealth is not maintained well. Experience and memory is analogy, you can say. That okay, you have experience and you have memory, fine. The experience stays in memory. But is that experience useful anytime? Anytime. It's a waste. You have filled your memory with experience and when the situation arises, it had a different parameters altogether. So again you have to do same exercise which you do. कहते हैं कि गलती को रिपीट मत करो, बट हम तो रिपीट के अलावा और कुछ करते ही नहीं है, रिपीट ही करते हैं और सेम मिस्टेक भी रिपीट. That is why our growth does not take place and we find meditation, we find past life regression. हमने पास्ट में कुछ गलत किया होगा, we have done this, we might have done this, मैंने तो ये किया नहीं था, something like this. You will always be stuck in that. The precise reason for that is that you never bothered about your mental wealth. What mental wealth you carry, what is the current status and how to maintain it. And best part or the most important part out of that is investment. Wealth means investment is automatic. So how to invest your mental wealth? Very, very important. So first thing is that mental wealth investment to be done in which area? How? Why? So many questions. Simple. Mental wealth investment improves your eligibility. Mental wealth investment improves your efficiency. वो कहते हैं ना कि एक बंदा है यार, ये बहुत अच्छा आदमी है, इससे कंसल्ट करो तो ये आपको अच्छी सलाह देगा. How? Because he has been able to build his mental wealth and he knows where to invest, how. Maybe he has learned or it was gift. किस्मत किसको कहते हैं? किस्मत इज नथिंग बट गिफ्ट. गिफ्ट बाय क्रिएटर, सिस्टम, नेचुरल सिस्टम, नेचर. And you know the tree. Now I'll give you an example that how tree gives fruits. First we seed, then we take care of it. It explodes, a plant comes out, then it becomes a tree, then it starts giving you the fruits. So वो कहते हैं कि बोए, वो क्या कहते हैं उसको, पेड़ बबूल का तो आम कहां से होए. तो अगर तुमने पेड़ जो बीज डाला था वो बबूल का डाला था तो आम नहीं होने वाला उससे. तो सीड, देन अगर आपने मान लो बबूल का पेड़ वो लगाया है और उसको आप आम के पेड़ की तरह से कल्टीवेशन शुरू कर दो, तो उस पेड़, उस बीज का क्या होगा बेचारे का? कि मान लो मेरे पास मैंने जो बीज डाला था वो आम का डाला था, और मेरे को अमरूद का बीज, मेरे को तो बोना आता है, काम जो करना आता है या कल्टीवेशन करना आता है वो अमरूद के बीज का आता है, पर मेरे को आम लगाने हैं, तो मैंने अमरूद के बीज का जो पालने का जो कल्टीवेशन का तरीका था वो आम पे डाल दिया। अब क्या होगा? कोई सोचा इस बारे में? दैट इज वेयर एलिजिबिलिटी प्लेज रोल। कि अगर आप आम के बीज को अमरूद के बीज की तरह से कल्टीवेट करोगे तो वो कबाड़ा देगा, वो फ्रूट देगा जो आप यूज नहीं कर सकते। और अब आपने लगा दिया और आपको पता ही नहीं था कि वो कबाड़ देगा, तो वो आ गए, तो अब आपको बेचने हैं, क्योंकि आपने इतना टाइम लगाया उसके ऊपर, बेचना जरूरी है। तो फिर आप एनफोर्स करोगे कि खरीदो इसको, तो उसके लिए फिर तुम क्या क्या करोगे, क्या नहीं करोगे, यू नो दैट दिस इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग टुडे। आई मीन देयर आर एक्ट्स विच आर सेइंग नेचर एंड साइंस गोज टुगेदर हैंड्स इन हैंड। बिना नेचर के कोई साइंस एग्जिस्ट कर सकती है क्या? बिना नेचर के टेक्नोलॉजी तो है जो एग्जिस्ट कर सकती है, बट साइंस नहीं एग्जिस्ट कर सकती। नेचर के बिना कुछ एग्जिस्ट एक्चुअली तो करता ही नहीं है। टेक्नोलॉजी में यह है कि जो कुछ अवेलेबल है नेचर में वो यूज कर रहे हो तुम। लकड़ी है, मान लो मैंने कोई टेबल बनानी है, तो उसमें मैं आम की लकड़ी यूज कर लूं या नीम की लकड़ी यूज कर लूं या बबूल की लकड़ी यूज कर लूं या कीकर की लकड़ी यूज कर लूं, फर्क नहीं पड़ता कुछ, टेबल तो बनी जाएगी। चलेगी कितने दिन वो एक अलग बात है। बट अगर मैं आम के पेड़ को, आम के बीज को अमरूद की तरह से बोऊंगा तो वो चलेगा नहीं, और ना मेरे को एक्सपेक्ट करना चाहिए कि वो चले। तो ये सब तभी संभव है जब आपको अपनी मेंटल वेल्थ का पता हो। नॉट ओनली मेंटल वेल्थ होती है, ये तो मतलब पता ही है, क्योंकि यूज हो ही रही है, वो यूज तो हो ही रही है। उसकी नेटवर्थ का पता होना जरूरी है। नेटवर्थ क्यों? भाई कल को मान लो मेरे पास 10 तरह की प्रॉपर्टी है और मेरे को कुछ अमाउंट चाहिए, किसी एक काम आ गया कोई, उसके लिए मुझे एक अमाउंट चाहिए, तो मैं ये देखूंगा कि कौन सी प्रॉपर्टी बेचूं तो मेरे को वो अमाउंट मिल जाए, बजाय इसके कि मैं 4 प्रॉपर्टी बेच करके और फिर इकट्ठा करूं और फिर भी शॉर्टेज हो। तो पहले मैं ये कोशिश करूंगा जानने की कि 10 में से कौन सी एक बेच दूंगा तो मेरा काम हो जाएगा, या कौन सी 4 बेच दूं जो बेकार है, मेरे किसी काम की नहीं आएंगी, पर मेरे पास है तो मैं उनको निकाल देता हूं तो मेरा काम हो जाएगा। टारगेट एक है कि मेरा काम होना चाहिए। सिमिलरली व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट मेंटल वेल्थ नेटवर्क, तो नेटवर्क इज इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड हाउ मच नेटवर्क, आउट ऑफ दैट नेटवर्क आई शुड इन्वेस्ट टू गेट माई जॉब डन। इट्स नॉट दैट एक प्रोजेक्ट शुरू किया मैंने और उसमें मैंने अपनी सारी मेंटल नेटवर्क इन्वेस्ट कर दी और मेरे पास बचा कुछ नहीं, तो अगली बार फिर मैं उसको मेंटल नेटवर्क को कल्टीवेट करना शुरू कर दूं, जो कि हुआ जब से आईटी आया है 94, 95, 92 में भी, नहीं 80s में, 80s when this technology advancements started taking place. तो that is telling कि नेटवर्क जितनी आप इन्वेस्ट करोगे, एक के पास मान लो मेरे पास माई करंट नेटवर्क आई मेजर्ड, इट इज ए मेजरेबल, नाउ नेटवर्क इज मेजरेबल, मेंटल वेल्थ इट्स ए वर्ड, इट्स ए एक्सप्लेनेशन, बट व्हेन यू टॉक ऑफ मेंटल वेल्थ नेटवर्क इट इज मेजरेबल डिजिटली। सो लाइक टेम्परेचर, यू मेजर द टेम्परेचर ऑफ द बॉडी, बुखार है नहीं है, फीवर है नहीं है, सिमिलरली यू कैन मेजर द नेटवर्क ऑफ योर मेंटल वेल्थ। And suppose I have the parameter for that is Shank map it is called. It is measured in Shank, unit is Shank, like degree centigrade or degree Fahrenheit in the temperature. We have Shank here in mental wealth network measurement. So suppose I have 100 Shank my mental wealth network. Average is about 50. This I am talking about digitally. So average mental wealth is 60, net worth is 50. 45 to 50 range, average. There are mobile apps available, community, and some more are there. So I was talking about value. So 45 to 50 is average. Average means you can live your life fine. I mean, okay. Routine, your routine life. No adventure or no, something which you want to have. I should have big car, I should have this big property, or I should have big bungalow or something like that, or I should have 50 people working for me, something like that. Then you have to increase it. There is no choice. Marriage. For marriage, the shunk value you should have at least 125, and the not 125 is minimum you should have. Till you have a shunk map of 50, your mental wealth net worth 125, you should not marry either gender. But preferably the female should have 160 of the average mental wealth net worth, and male should have 180. Very important numbers I am talking about. That mental wealth net worth of a male, if he is going to get married, should be 180, and for female it should be 160. Bottom line. वो 125 तो होना ही चाहिए अगर मैरिज के बारे में सोच रहे हो तो, और इसको इंप्रूव करना जरूरी है. तभी आपको मैरिज करनी चाहिए, नहीं तो नहीं करनी चाहिए. और आजकल जो ये कॉन्सेप्ट चला हुआ है कि आई विल नॉट मैरी, द जनरेशन इज सेइंग, तो दे आर राइट, दे आर परफेक्ट, दे शुड नॉट मैरी. But the reason is that their mental wealth is poor. That is why they should not marry. They don't know that they are talking with respect to mental net worth, but what they are talking is right. At least they have started talking that our mental net worth has to be of that level, then only we should marry. Very, very important for a team to work. This I am talking that couple should work as a team. So, the importance of mental wealth net worth measurable, and I was talking why it should be higher. Why you have to build it up or keep building it up. It can go vertically high, any limit. There is no condition. Whatever amount of mental wealth you want to cultivate, you can. No end to it. You understand? No end to it. It is the parameter totally under your control, and results are yours, purely yours. And if you want, your family will enjoy with you if you want. But provided they are willing to enjoy with you. If it is not a team, then one person will say, no, if he is growing, I will not let him grow or let her grow. That is the situation today. That is why team is not, family as a team is, concept itself is not there. That family is a team. We always talk of team, project work, corporate or the job, that we have to work as a team. But we do not know how to become member of the team. That is not told at all. That is not conveyed at all. So we pick up the members on, I don't know, whims and fancies. Well, I like that person, so I will take her or him in a team. Whether performance will be there or not is, who cares? And the people who are making team, probably they are not even aware of what project is. So, mental wealth net worth, eligibility, efficiency, mind, brain bridge. Actually, that bridge is nothing but a tunnel. We call it congenial tunnel, connecting the two, connecting brain and mind. And if any question exists, you can ask, because time is crossing its limits. Watch doesn't stop, and we wind up here because it's 12, almost 45 minutes we thought it has crossed. So any questions if you have from audience or else, you can write your questions in comments. That will be better, that you write the questions in the comment and they will be answered. So that's the end of the day. Bye bye.